Imagine living in a world where a bunny becomes a cop, a fox turns into a hustler, entrepreneur, and a sloth works at the DMV. Now picture all of that happening right here, in our reality. Have you ever wondered what the characters from Zootopia would be like if they lived in our world? Who would be your neighbor? Nick Wilde. As you already know, Nick Wilde is a red fox with smooth talk, slick style, and that born-to-get-out-of-trouble smirk on his face. You know that friend who always says the right thing, talks like a pro, and sounds like he's trying to sell you a phone plan? That's Nick. In real life, he'd be a marketing king, or the kind of salesperson who convinces you to buy a toaster even if you don't have a kitchen. And yes, he'd definitely be a redhead to match the reddish fur of his animated self. So we picture Nick as someone with that classic sly look, and of course, red hair that totally fits his fox fur. But if Zootopia didn't exist, Nick would just be an adorable, fluffy red fox you could spot from a mile away. Still, behind all the clever jokes and picture-perfect charm, Nick's heart is even bigger than his ears. And trust us, that's saying something. Judy's adventure buddy went through a serious character arc. Even though he never meant to help the cops, he ended up assisting with an arrest and proved he had more potential than he ever imagined. He starts off as a smooth-talking outlaw with a degree in street smarts, but he eventually becomes Judy Hops' partner, and believe it or not, joins the police force. Yeah, even his own rap sheet didn't see that coming. Judy Hops. Judy Hops is a bunny with major attitude who decides to take on the impossible, becoming the first ever police officer of her species in Zootopia. She passes the test to join the force, but her boss doesn't really believe in her, so she gets stuck doing parking duty. And yeah, that's not exactly what she imagined when she signed up to be a cop. But if you think she gives up easily, think again. Being small and cute doesn't stop her. She proves that courage, determination, and giant ears make a pretty awesome combo. In the real world, Judy would be that person who's up at 5 a.m. to go jogging, knocks out 3 spreadsheets before breakfast, and still shows up with cake and balloons to wish you a happy birthday. She's got the energy of a marathon runner, the discipline of a school hall monitor, and a heart way too big for her little paws. Tiny in size, massive in her mission to make the world a better place, ideally before 8 a.m. She definitely wouldn't be tall, would probably have big expressive eyes, and almost always wear her hair up, because she's all about being practical and doesn't waste time getting ready. Zootopia is full of unforgettable characters, each one more eccentric than the next. Ever wondered what they'd be like in real life? Stick around for the rest of the video. Bellwether. Bellwether is this soft-spoken, fluffy little sheep who always wears a classy navy blue blazer. She starts off as the friendly secretary to the mayor, the kind of person who seems born to file papers and flash polite smiles. You know that saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover"? Yeah, it fits her perfectly. Plot twist. She's actually the evil mastermind behind all the chaos in Zootopia. Yep. The sweet assistant is really the big bad boss. She looks like someone who just wants to offer you a cup of tea and help fix the printer, but behind those round glasses and gentle tone, she's hatching a plan worthy of a James Bond villain. Would she be a future politician? A CEO of some Latin-named megacorp? Or just another tired sheep who decided to take over the world and run things her own way? Her hair would be super curly and voluminous, like a puff of pale cotton candy, perfectly matching her lamb-like wool. Flash. Flash is a sloth who works at the DMV in Zootopia, and the most amazing thing? His name is literally the opposite of his personality, which makes us wonder if his parents were just being funny. He's friendly, always smiling, just in slow motion. No, seriously, even his laugh is in slow motion. Filling out a simple form with Flash can easily turn into an all-day event, complete with coffee breaks and nap time. Flash is the kind of public service worker you respect, but really wish had a fast-forward button. He talks slow, types like each key weighs 10 pounds, but the worst part? He does everything by the book. You just can't get mad at him. So take a deep breath, hold your patience, and get ready to lose it in the most adorable way possible. In the real world, he'd totally work at a government office, the kind that has a step-by-step process just to hand you a pen. After all, he's a sloth with long, sharp claws and a reputation for taking his time. Before we move on to the rest of the 13 Zootopia characters in real life, drop a comment below saying, "Animal Mayor Lionheart." Mayor Lionheart is a commanding lion with the kind of vibe that screams screams, "I was born to give speeches from a podium." As the leader of Zootopia, he tries to protect the city with firm claws, but his questionable methods tend to spark more suspicion than trust. In real life, Lionheart would be that politician who cuts the ribbon at grand openings with a shiny smile, but disappears when you text him asking for help with the basics. He's got the voice of a radio host, the stage presence of a Broadway actor, and a natural talent for posing with kids and potted plants. A true spotlight lion. Just don't ask him to read a report. That's what his staff is for. Mayor Lionheart would definitely be the boldest lion in the savannah, with a leading role in the wild. Chief Bogo. Chief Bogo is a huge African buffalo with a tough look and a voice so deep it could quiet a police siren. As the head of Zootopia's police department, he commands respect with just a raised eyebrow. But under that gruff exterior, he's got a heart that knows talent when he sees it. A lot of fans don't know this, but buffaloes actually have vision problems. To reflect that in the film, the creators gave Chief Bogo glasses as part of his design. In real life, he'd be the kind of boss who never cracks a smile in meetings, but secretly gets emotional watching butter commercials with happy families. Not every boss needs to yell to be respected. Some just cross their arms and lift an eyebrow, just like Chief Bogo. If he were human, he'd be a muscular man with a strong presence, dark skin, a shaved head, and probably a neatly trimmed goatee to complete the "don't mess with me" look. He's firm, fair, and has a sixth sense for brave people, even if that bravery comes from a bunny who looks like she's had 3 cups of coffee before sunrise. And in the wild, his sheer size commands power and courage, especially when he turns from prey to protector. Duke Weaselton. Duke Weaselton always has some scheme up his sleeve and is constantly knee-deep in petty crimes. If there's one thing he's good at, it's trying to make fast money, usually in the messiest way possible. Trouble? Oh, he's the king of it. In real life, weasels are small predators with long bodies, round ears, and short snouts. If Duke were human, he'd be the kind of guy selling those sketchy get-rich-quick courses online. Except the only one getting rich would be him. Maybe. Mrs. Otterton. Mrs. Otterton is determined and has the kind of courage that can move mountains, all to find her missing husband and kick off the movie's big investigation. She's the kind of woman who gets things done. She knows where her husband is, where her kids are, and probably even what you had for breakfast. In real life, she'd be that mom who would take on the police if it meant protecting her family. Otters are excellent swimmers, which is why they usually live near rivers and lakes. So never underestimate a determined otter in love, because when she wants something, the whole world better brace itself. And now's the perfect moment for you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you never miss a single update from the channel. Finnick. Finnick's got a squeaky little voice that could fool just about anyone, but his temper? Let's just say even a lion would think twice before messing with him. He's Nick's loyal partner in crime and living proof that size means nothing. Attitude's what counts. On the outside, he looks like pure cuteness with giant ears, but on the inside, he's all bite. In real life, Finnick would be that rideshare driver blasting music at full volume, yelling at traffic with a Donald Duck voice, and rocking a seriously stylish outfit. He'd be short, kind of grumpy looking, and never without some slick clothes. Size doesn't mean anything to him, and he's more than ready to prove it with a cheeky grin, and maybe even a quick slap to someone's ear if they get in his way. In the wild, he's a fennec fox, and his small size helps him hide just about anywhere. Mr. Manchus. Mr. Manchus is a Black Panther just living his chill limo driver life, until one day he totally snaps. Next thing you know, he's growling, clawing, and climbing walls like he just chugged 3 cups of coffee and an expired energy drink. His freakout is one of the first big signs that something strange is going down in Zootopia, and it's the kickstart Judy and Nick need to dive into the mystery. Black Panthers are actually large cats with dark fur, but if you look closely, you can still see their spots. Mr. Big. Mr. Big is a shrew who looks like he walked straight out of a mafia movie, with serious crime boss energy, even though he's about the size of a salt shaker. In Zootopia, he's got way more pull than a lot of the big guys. The animal he's based on is called a shrew. They grow to about 4 inches, but don't let that fool you. These tiny guys are fierce and can take down prey twice their size, and they eat their body weight every 3 hours. Yeah, Mr. Big's small, but definitely not soft. Yaks. Yaks is a totally chill yak who owns a naturist resort, where the goal is to really relax and not just kick your shoes off. He's kind of scatterbrained, but has a surprisingly sharp memory that helps crack major clues in the story. In real life, Yaks would be that artsy hostel owner who offers you hibiscus tea while sharing some deep spiritual advice that makes you rethink your whole day. Long hair, scruffy beard, and a permanent hint of incense in the air would be his vibe. He might forget his mom's birthday, but you can bet he won't miss a single planetary alignment. He's always zen, always in the flow, just letting life happen. Doug. And then there's Doug, a quiet little sheep who secretly works for Bellwether. He's the brains behind the crazy serum that turns calm predators into out-of-control beasts. In real life, Doug would be that sheep in the field who stays super quiet, just waiting for the perfect moment to run. He doesn't really like being social, even though his species is known for sticking together. At the end of the day, Zootopia is full of characters that prove appearances can be super deceiving. From the adorable ones that are secretly terrifying to the tough ones who cry during commercials, each of them has their own special way of saving or messing up the city. And if you're into Bluey and animated shows, we've got 2 more awesome videos you're gonna love. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!